shoulder. You got a picture me. You got the picture me. Pacific ice, I'm an ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with the 2 dot team. Man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Lucky 56. Gone.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he works free. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd down, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Go. 1-1-1. 1-1-1.
Now Foles. Now he'll escape to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, solid gold. Great.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Go.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Foles. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Here we go. Water. Great. Go.
Here's Foles. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Olivier Vernon in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack.
Silver.
It's 2nd and 21.
Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Great. One.
He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one is right through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We're good. Hey, here we go. I got you. Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
They'll look to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Go, go. Tempo, tempo, tempo. Let's go.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
Hey. You got 3. One.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry from 3 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He's going to float this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, 75 yards. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mayfield now on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A toss play to Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Here's Hunt. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Let's go, great. Hey, goal, sound goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
1-1-1. Tempo. Water.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now Landry. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield now. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the run, this is Hunt. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Detroit!
Mayfield looks to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open left side, it's Williams. A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Great. Go. Great.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Henry's got it out on the left side. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Be alert, be alert.
Now Foles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch. But you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
They run with Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Here we go now.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Now Rivers finding some room at midfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Hey, Rocket. Keep it skinny. What?
Rivers on 1st down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Olivier Vernon in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Hey, left. 12. Hey! Q. Hey, left. Hey, I want to go load it.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Hey, Alpha! Hey, Delta!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey! Yeah, Rocky.
On third down, Rivers. Escape, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, hot. White. Hey, left. Hey, Rocket.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Left. Hey, Rocket. Alpha. White. Load it.
throwing Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Detroit!
2nd down, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Hey, left.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. This complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
12. Keep it skinny. Set. Brown 80. Alpha. 12. Yo, Rocket. Behind.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Red. White. Keep it skinny. Hey, left.
To throw is Rivers. Flushed, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
Q. Hey, Delta. Hey, go orange. Q. Hey, hot.
3rd and goal for Rivers. Steps away to his... He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Zebra. Go. Great.
Foles. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mayfield on play action. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Mayfield forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is indeed good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Zebra, zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Flat, flat.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. First down now, but that clock rolling. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Greg. 1, 1, 1. Greg.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
They'll let it go deep for Becca. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away.